In earlier periods of time, even though there were no electric lights, for example, sleep was not long and continuous at night, for sleeping quarters were not as secure. The caveman, for example, while sleeping was on alert for predators. The mysterious aspects of the natural night and outside surroundings kept him partially alert. He awakened often and surveyed the nearby land and his own place of shelter. He did not sleep in long blocks as you do. His sleeping periods were instead for 2 or 3 hours, stretched through the nighttime from dusk to dawn, but alternated by periods of high wakefulness and alert activity. He also crept out to seek for food when he hoped his predators were sleeping. This resulted in a mobility of consciousness that indeed ensured his physical survival, and those intuitions that appeared to him in the dream state were remembered and taken advantage of in the waking state. Now, many diseases are simply caused by this division of yours and this long period of bodily inactivity and this extended focus of attention in either waking or dreaming reality. Your normal consciousness can benefit by excursions and rest in those other fields of actuality that are entered when you sleep. And the so-called sleeping consciousness will also benefit by frequent excursions into the waking state. I bring up these matters here because such changes in habitual patterns would definitely result in greater understanding of the nature of the self. The inner dreaming portions of the personality seem strange to you, not only because of a basic difference of focus, but because you clearly devote opposite portions of a 24-hour cycle to these areas of the self. You separate them as much as possible. In doing so, you divide your intuitive, creative, and psychic abilities quite neatly from your physical, manipulative, objective abilities. It makes no difference how many hours you think you need. You would be better off sleeping in several shorter periods, and you would actually then require less time. The largest sleep unit should be at night. But again, the efficacy of sleep is lessened and disadvantages set in after 6 to 8 hours of physical inactivity. The functions of hormones and chemicals and of adrenal processes in particular would function with far greater effectiveness with these alternating periods of activities, as I have mentioned. The wear and tear upon the body will be minimized, while at the same time, all regenerative powers will be used to the maximum. Both those with a high and low metabolism would benefit. The psychic centers will be activated more frequently, and the entire identity of the personality will be better strengthened and maintained. The resulting mobility and flexibility of consciousness would cause an added dividend in increased conscious concentration, and fatigue levels would always remain below danger points. A greater equalization, both physical and mental, would result. Now, schedules could be adopted quite easily. Those who work the American working hours, for example, could sleep between 4 to 6 hours an evening, according to individual variations, and nap after supper. I want to make it plain, however, that anything over a 6 to 8 hour continuous sleeping period works against you, and a 10-hour period, for example, can be quite disadvantageous. On awakening often, then you do not feel rested, but drained of energy. You have not been minding the store. End of part 3 of chapter 8 of the Eternal Validity of the Soul. What did you think about this passage? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with a friend. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And stay tuned for part 4 of Sleep, Dreams, and Consciousness. Thank you.